Welcome to English Passage, the channel where stories don't just entertain you, they teach you real English. This is day 7 of our 30-day English learning journey and the close of week 1. It's not just a review day, it's a checkpoint, a moment to pause and understand how far you've come in building your grammar foundation. Throughout this first week, we've explored the structure of sentences, the importance of the verb to be, how to make affirmatives and negatives, ask questions, and use pronouns and articles. Each topic introduced a fundamental concept. But grammar doesn't work in isolation. Today is about recognizing the system, how all these parts are interwoven in real language. This session is focused on theory, less on examples, more on clarity. We'll take a high-level view of the rules, patterns, and structures that hold English together. Our goal is to help you develop not just memory of grammar, but mastery. By the end of this review, you'll be ready to step into week 2 with more confidence and a deeper understanding of how English really works. This section is a recap of the last 6 days of lessons, each one representing a critical step in our English journey. Think of it as a full dissection of week 1, where we reflect on 6 major grammar pillars. In this review, we focus primarily on theoretical understanding rather than practical examples. Our aim is to explain the purpose, logic, and interconnection of these grammar topics, helping you see them not as isolated rules, but as parts of a cohesive system. Day 1. Subject-verb structure in English. At the heart of every English sentence is a structural relationship between a subject and a verb. The subject is the element performing the action or being described, and the verb represents the action or state. English depends heavily on fixed word order, which distinguishes it from many other languages that rely more on inflections or particles. The core pattern is subject plus verb plus, object or complement. This linearity ensures clarity. Deviations often result in confusion or complete ungrammaticality. It's also worth noting that this structure governs not only simple sentences, but becomes the base framework for complex and compound sentences. Understanding this structure is a prerequisite to all English sentence construction. Day 2. The verb to be in present tense. To be is an irregular, highly frequent verb that serves two primary roles, as a main verb and as an auxiliary verb. As a main verb, it functions as a linking verb, connecting subjects to complements that describe or define them. As an auxiliary, it helps form passive and continuous tenses. Present tense conjugation. I am, you we they are, he she it is. What distinguishes to be is its syntactic flexibility and its high occurrence in English. Errors in its form can signal a lack of proficiency. As a linking verb, it's essential in describing states or identities. Its auxiliary use is equally vital, making it the gateway to learning more advanced verb structures. Day 3. Positive and negative sentences with to be. Negation in English generally requires the insertion of the word not. With to be, this occurs after the verb, without needing an auxiliary, unlike most other verbs which require do, does, did. Positive sentence, subject plus to be plus complement negative sentence. Subject plus to be plus not plus complement. This structure is not only grammatically central, but also critical in semantic precision, being able to deny or contradict information. Contracted forms, isn't, aren't, I'm not, are pervasive in spoken English and serve as a marker of natural fluency. Day 4. Yes-no questions using to be. Questions in English involving the verb to be follow an inversion pattern. The verb precedes the subject. This distinguishes it from standard affirmative constructions. No auxiliary is needed, unlike with most action verbs. This structure is universally used in English for simple identification, confirmation, and clarification. It is especially important for oral fluency, where immediate question-asking ability demonstrates functional command of grammar. Short answers, yes, I am. No, she isn't, are formulaic in English and form a key aspect of conversational responsiveness. Day 5. Subject pronouns and possessive adjectives. Pronouns are essential in avoiding repetition and maintaining clarity. Subject pronouns replace nouns that perform an action, while possessive adjectives indicate ownership and always precede a noun. Subject pronouns I, you, he, she, it, we, they possessive adjectives. My, your, his, her, its, our, their. Understanding the distinction between these two types is key to avoiding fundamental errors. They also serve as foundational elements for later grammar topics, such as object pronouns, reflexives, and relative clauses. Day 6. Articles, a, and, the. Articles are determiners that specify the definiteness or indefiniteness of a noun. English has two types: indefinite articles, a, and used before non-specific singular nouns. A is used before consonant sounds and before vowel sounds. Definite article, the used before specific or previously mentioned nouns. The omission or misuse of articles can significantly affect the precision and clarity of communication. Article usage reflects fluency and understanding of context. It is also culturally and contextually variable, making it a high-level grammar skill. Grammar integration framework. To construct a well-formed English sentence, learners must view grammar not as separate rules, but as a sequence of logical and interdependent choices. This modular system ensures grammatical coherence and expressive clarity. The major components include: choose a subject, identify the person, place, idea, or thing that performs the action or is being described. Subjects are typically nouns or pronouns and set the framework for verb agreement. Select the appropriate verb form, particularly important when using irregular verbs like to be. Verbs must match the subject in number and person. Example, he is versus they are. For learners, verb conjugation is one of the primary areas of difficulty. Determine sentence polarity. Decide whether the sentence affirms or denies something. Negative constructions, especially with to be, follow a unique structure that differs from regular verb negation using auxiliaries do, does, did. Define the sentence type. Is the sentence declarative, a statement, interrogative, a question, imperative, a command, or exclamatory? This distinction affects word order, especially in questions which often require inversion. Employ modifiers and determiners, articles, a, and, the, possessive adjectives, my, her, their, demonstratives, this, that, and quantifiers all add precision. Their correct usage reflects a learner's attention to grammatical context. Maintain standard word order. English adheres to a fixed SVO: subject, verb, object, pattern. Word order is integral to meaning in English and is less flexible than in many other languages. Let's illustrate this integration with a brief story. Lily's story: grammar in real life. Lily is a 12-year-old girl who has just moved to a new city with her family. Her first day at school is full of small but meaningful grammar lessons. When she walks into class, her new teacher says, Are you, Lily? A perfect example of subject-verb inversion for a yes-no question with to be. Lily nods and replies, "Yes, I am." Here, we see subject pronouns and the appropriate verb form being used concisely in a conversational setting. Later, Lily meets a classmate named No. He points to a seat and says, "This is your chair." The possessive adjective your modifies the noun chair, demonstrating possession and personal connection. In science class, the teacher explains a concept. An atom is the smallest unit of matter. Notice how the article "an" is used because atom starts with a vowel sound. The sentence also uses "is" to link the subject to a definition, showcasing to be in its linking function. At lunch, Lily forgets her sandwich. She says, "I am not hungry anyway." This includes a negative construction using to be plus not, maintaining the correct order of subject-verb negation. Throughout the day, Lily notices that everyone speaks using clear sentence structures. By observing, listening, and reflecting, she begins to internalize how grammar works, not as isolated rules, but as tools that help people connect. Lily's journey reminds us that grammar isn't just about correctness. It's about clarity, identity, and community. Every sentence she hears or says is a lesson in how the structure of English reflects human interaction. Here we revisit earlier quiz items, not just with answers, but with theoretical justifications. Emma dashed her lunch on Monday. Correct, forgot, past simple tense required for completed past event. She finds lost books. Correct, always, frequency adverb usage in present simple. Past tense of help, correct. Helped, regular verb plus ed for past simple. Emma her first story on Friday. Correct, began, irregular verb form of begin in the past. Meaning of inspection, correct. A review, vocabulary comprehension based on root word inspect. That's the end of today's story. Thank you so much for joining me here on English Passage. If you found this story helpful, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more English learning through stories. And before you go, leave a comment. Which part of the story did you enjoy most? I'd love to know what made you smile, think, or learn. Keep listening, keep reading, and most of all, keep speaking. I'll see you in the next passage. Jai Hind. Vande Matram.